That's your first thought, bro. That's your first thought.
If I'm gonna get arrested with anybody, it's these three blokes.
What the f am I getting myself into?
Let's go!
Let's go.
Let's go!
And intro. What's up, First Out listeners? Welcome back. If you're with us, we're still on YouTube. We're going to get there eventually one day. That's beside the point. Yeah, so it's a good week of sports this week, especially for our boy Bailey. But we got on schedule today. Touching the NHL Stanley Cup. It is game 1 tonight. We're going to have some around the grounds with that. We're going to hop into the NBA championship as well, covering game 1, looking into game 2. Our sink and swim segment. Canadian Grand Prix is tomorrow. Qualifying was today. And then our Curious Q of the week, and wrap it up with the usual pro tips. But boys, today, first we started to catch up, and I think as of recent, we've done a little bit. So, Tuck, hit us with our obscure sports fact of the day today.
All right, obscure sports. I didn't know if you boys knew, but today is the Belmont Stakes in Saratoga. They're having the Belmont Stakes at the Saratoga racetrack. Murph, did you see anybody, like any of your friends posting about being there? Anyone? I know there's a few people.
I did not double check. I haven't been all over social media today, but now I'm looking at it. It looks like there are some friends that are there. Yes.
Yeah. Like Portnoy and all the Barstool guys are there. But so, in paying respects to the Belmont Stakes today, in 1929, the 61st Belmont Stakes, Matt Garner aboard Blue Larkspur wins in 2 minutes 32.8 seconds. Boom, Belmont Stakes, and that's talking horse racing, boys.
That's talking horse racing. What a good race back in the day. I wonder what the fastest time will be today. But anyway, going into it, NHL. What's up?
I was going to say.
Oh yeah, we got a little catch up. What am I doing?
I was going to give you a quick on this day too. On this day, Ghostbusters 1984, the comedy film featuring Bill Murray, premiered for the first time.
Hey, let's go. Good day.
That's a good classic right there.
Good day in history.
Good day in history. 8th of June.
Good day to be a consumer. But I'm glad you caught me off. I was totally just skipping by a whole segment. We need to catch up, see what's going on. Bailey, CFL, Game 1, Tiger Cats, fake name, big dub. Tell us about it.
Big dub, baby. Want to know, man. Want to know. It was good to get the season started the right way, man, you know. It was a weird game out there. It was a lot of back and forth, kicking some field goals to start. Then the offense started firing up and defense made some turnovers, which definitely helped the offense out as it goes. And we won the field position battle on special teams by a mile. So that's obviously in the CFL. That's a big part of the game, especially only being 3 downs. So, but yeah, it was a good game to be involved in. And it got closer than we liked at the end, only going down to 1 score. But it was good. The fans showed out. Would have liked it to pack it out a little bit more. But we had a good 30, 40 there maybe. So it was a good amount of people there. Fans stuck around after the game, looking for photos and stuff. So that was getting the fans juiced up, getting the city of Calgary fired
40,000?
Yeah, about that, I'd say.
That's fucking go, dude.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's fire. So how many can they pack in your stadium?
I think we can get 60 in our stadium.
You guys were home, right?
Yeah, we were at home. So actually, I'm glad you brought that up. Next week, they've already sold out. I could be wrong saying that. So I'm going to say I know they've sold 50,000 tickets for next week at BC. So in Vancouver. Because the halftime show, take a guess. Or the pregame show, take a guess.
The pregame show.
I'm trying to think of like a famous
Adam Levine
actor.
No, he did
American.
perform at a Super Bowl a few years
Justin
back.
Bieber.
No.
He performed at a Super Bowl.
With a few other people involved.
will.i.am is the Beatles?
No, he was. There was a lot of memes about him. He was hanging upside down.
50 Cent?
No, baby.
Oh, no way. He's in the building?
No way.
Yeah,
City is playing in BC. That's sick. Yo, you should. Yeah, that's fucking sick. Go shake 50 Cent's hand.
Yeah, so
Ask him how Diddy's doing.
yeah, I'll try and get an update from you boys. I'll say be like, hey, how's Diddy doing, man? We're all thinking about him.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's sick.
So that's next week. We're playing Vancouver. We're playing in Vancouver, playing the Lions. Should be. It's a dome and it's going to be close to sold out, so it's going to be loud. So I'm excited for that.
Let's go.
What you got? What you got going on, Tuck? You were pretty excited to drop some knowledge on us.
Oh, I got a little bit of everything going on, dude. I'm trying to think of. Wait, hold on. Give me 13 seconds. But like, I've been doing a lot of stuff recently in Springfield. Sorry, like I'm all
You
over.
should give me 13 seconds.
Just
I'm
give me
all over.
13.
I'm all
Just
over.
about
the place.
13.
Like I want to look at the segment so I don't give up, spew a bunch of bullshit. Like, hey, like but anyway, in Springfield tomorrow, the city that all of us went to college in. Shout out to listeners, so you guys don't know,
Yeah, back
Springfield,
there, baby.
Massachusetts. Yeah, Western New England. But anyway, in Springfield tomorrow they're doing an Ironman, and like Tommy and I have a goal of doing an Ironman, and I think what we decided is that we're gonna do this Ironman this time next year, because like right now, like not be ready for it, but like
Yeah.
like I think like the long-term goal is that we're gonna try to do this Ironman this time next year, which I'm fucking fired up about, because so tomorrow I'm gonna go spectate the Ironman and go see what it's all about. Like
Yeah.
dip my toes into it. Like let's fucking go. So I'm getting juiced up about it. And I went to a bike shop today and like getting my bike like fully serviced, getting some new training tires and oh dude, I went for a run. I just got home from a run. I'm like, I'm ready to go, dude. I want to run through a brick wall doing this shit. It's got me excited to like train about something again, like be competitive about something again. So the juices are flowing. I'm fired up about that. I'm fired up.
That is fucking tight. I don't got that same drive anymore, as you guys can probably imagine.
Hey, Murph, you didn't need to throw in
that
the
fires
Yenny.
me up. What'd you say?
I just said you didn't need to throw in the anymore. You were always super competitive, but the drive was. I just wanted to have fun, man.
Yeah, that's very true. That's
like,
the truth.
Hey, Brez, I don't want to practice. Can I just play in the games?
I just want to play games.
Put me on third, or put me on second team, whatever, during practice. But play me the game. That'll work for me.
Yeah, exactly. Let me go make some plays. Let me go make some fucking plays. But
I was gonna eat, man.
Other catch up thing. Me and Tommy went skydiving.
Fuck yeah.
So I was fucking sick.
How was that, man?
Oh my god, dude. It was obviously unlike anything I've ever experienced. And like you can just, what did you just do, you weirdo?
You just
Hard crack.
Oh dude, hold on. I'm gonna crack one in a second as well. But it was unlike anything I ever experienced. Dude, this plane that we went in, this thing was a fucking tuna can.
It was about to fall out of the sky.
Yeah,
A rickety son of a bitch.
Did I send you the video, Murph?
Yeah.
Like what it looks like? Dude, oh my. Wait, did I put it?
You put it in the chat.
I didn't realize. But anyway, like this thing is so beat up and it looks so light. Like any kind of turbulence, like we had like the most mild bit of wind up there. You're like,
you're bouncing.
Yeah. You're like, oh fuck. But dude, and like I feel like this place that we did was kind of janky, no lie, but because you show up there and this place it's like a small little shack, and then they put you through like this training, and the training is like so light. It's like so the most mild form of like skydiving training you can ever think of. They click on this video real quick. The video is clearly from like the late 80s, early 90s. It has not been updated for fucking ever. It's very quick, and it's like just telling you like basically lift your legs so you don't fucking boom. You don't like, I don't even know what you would call that, like scorpion, and fucking break your legs and screw the person that's holding on to you. But
just pick up your legs.
Yeah, pick up your legs. Literally, that's all they fucking tell you. Pick up your leg toward the end. That's basically what they were saying. And then like arch. And so like
what do you need to do, Tucker? You need to arch.
Like yeah. You can tell it's not the first time I've done that. I'm pro when it comes to art. But anyway, like the whole training in general was like maybe 10-15 minutes, and they're like, all right, you ready? And I'm like, that's it? Like, we don't even know anything else? But the guy that was an instructor, as you can imagine, absolute psychopath. Shout out Batman. They called him Batman.
They call him Batman?
Yeah, up until a couple of weeks ago, my favorite Batman was Christian Bale, but now my favorite Batman is the guy that skydives in Saratoga. So that
Awesome.
guy's a legend, dude. And but he did a really good job of just like making it like a super nonchalant thing. Like he's done it 12,000 times. Like, okay, well, I mean, if this guy's done it a million times out of this fucking rinky-dink plane, I guess I'm gonna fucking do it. And then
But eventually his luck's gonna run out.
dude, probably.
Nah, he's infinite. He's infinite. He's infinite.
Dude, I bet you he wouldn't mind dying that way though. Like,
I'm sure,
Oh,
mate.
yeah.
You could call yourself
Dude,
Batman and
so-
you jump out of the planes for a living.
oh
I mean,
yeah,
fuck, that's the way to go, right?
exactly, right, exactly. But like, also, like, I learned the definition of adrenaline junkie. This guy seemed like he was high on adrenaline the entire time you were talking to him. He was this guy was the most high energy son of a bitch all over the place. But I was like, you like that, like jumping out of that plane for him is like,
Yeah,
fucking
baby.
Yeah,
dude.
inject
Yeah.
with that shit.
Yes, dude. Yes.
It's like running
that's
over the
high-
hill.
Like, and he was like alluding to the fact that he's done like other kind of illicit substances in the past.
For
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
Yeah. Dude. And so, dude, so check this out. Like, our buddy Ben, you guys all know Ben, went with us too. So it was me, Ben, and Tommy. And Ben weighs more than me and Tommy. So they were like, just to make the most sense, we can only have 2 people skydiving at a time with 2 instructors and the pilot. So 5 people total in the plane. So all 3 of us couldn't go at the same time. So Ben had to go first because he weighs the most out of all of us. And he went by himself, and then me and Tommy went together. But Ben jumped first. Like, it's really hard to like understand like how on cloud 9 the guy is when he like lands. Like, Ben was on 11.
Yeah,
dude,
right.
You're stoked for him, but you're like, and you're also about
You
to
can't,
shit your
yeah,
pants,
you can't relate.
dude. But you can't understand what the fuck his head is going through. But it's really funny because, like, you know, Batman gets that, he's all fucking hyped up, and we were hungover as shit too. We got fucked up the night before,
Nice.
dude.
Nice.
I'll tell you guys about some shit about the night before off camera because we had a fucking bender of a night. Me and Tommy slept like 3-4 hours, but then went skydiving the next day, and we were hungover as fuck, and we couldn't even like be nervous for skydiving. We were so hungover. But Tommy's like ripping his vape, and then like Batman like stands up. He's like, "Is that nicotine? Give me that."
Let's go, Batman.
Nick stick, dude. Yeah, but all in all, like, unforgettable, unbelievable experience. Like, 100 out of 10, I would do that shit again. We like, dude, if we can all do it together at some point, I'm fucking down.
It's definitely on my bucket list.
Yeah, just do it.
Mine too. Mine too.
Just
I wanna
fucking do it.
that, and I love water, and I want to climb some shit. I got nothing nearly as cool as those 2 things going on. I'm a men's league hero. I don't want to brag or nothing, but I'm kind of a men's league god.
You're a fucking men's league hero. I believe that.
The more hungover I am, the better I play. But I just play with like one hand sometimes, and it's just like everyone's cool dudes, and I'm good vibes. And I talk a lot when I play, and always say good shit to everybody.
Even when you're whooping their ass.
Even when I'm whooping their ass, yeah. Like, it's always like, it's about encouragement, you know? Like, helping people. Even when I'm on defense, I'll help people, like, hey, be here, and then push them there. But,
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's for the most part, it's just like 25 through, we have like a 6-year-old that plays with us. A 60-year-old, yeah. He's the man. Yeah. No,
I heard 6-year-old, 60-year-old.
Yeah, I heard
That's
6. I was like, I don't know
Yeah.
if it's legal or not, man.
What was I gonna say? Oh, what we were talking about earlier, how this makes so much sense for Murphy Hartman. Like, is this not the most perfect thing for Murph to be a men's league MVP up until he's fucking 60 years old? Like this. Yeah, literally.
That's his life. He's gonna run a men's league one day. Like, he will be.
I would hope to. That'd be tight. That'd be
sick,
I have my own. I want to have my own fields though. My own like we play here.
Yeah, that would be fire. Hell yeah, like Beach 11, Murph, when we lived in Arizona.
Yes, dude, exactly. And I want to have one indoor. This is like inside of a giant aluminum stadium with nets around it. Like Yeah, dude, indoor field. would be
Like
tough.
a
But,
legit facility. That'd be sick.
Yeah. And then
That's like so. I got some shit that like I'm thinking about. Like we're gonna get into curious cues later, and that's kind of like we'll get into some stuff like that.
All right. But yeah, honestly, I got not too much going on. I went to the river today with my dog. He loves the water. I like getting out. Life's good. All right, bouncing into it, or should I say, slapping into it. The NHL Stanley Cup
I
Game
thought you were
1.
gonna go. I started dribbling. I thought you were gonna go NBA.
We're doing NHL first, bro, because I'm the one that's going to talk about it, so I'm going to cover it quick. Game 1 is literally starting as we're speaking, which is crazy. Oilers versus Panthers. Canada versus America. Is it going back to Canada? Who knows? It's exciting. Like we'll catch up to it after. Maybe the game will be like at some point we'll do it around the grounds during the game. I would like to see Edmonton win. I'd like to see Connor McDavid get his first ring. Everyone's saying the Panthers are the favorites, but it's not by much. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I guess we'll kind of just catch up with it as it goes.
I got 2 cents. I got 2 cents on this series, and that's about it. I got 2 cents for you.
I'm gonna say 2 cents as well, but let you rip. Let me give you the mic, bro.
All right, I'm gonna rip real quick. I'm a peacock. Let me fly. Edmonton. I want Edmonton to win simply because of Connor McDavid, and fuck the Panthers because they've knocked out the Bruins. And Matthew Tkachuk is a fucking legend. Yeah. He's a savage, but I hate him. But I hate his guts. That's me.
I hate him.
Go Oilers. But I hate him. That's
I wish we had him.
I hardly know the guy. I hate him.
Yeah. Bailey, give me your 2 cents. Who you want? Who you got? You gotta be cheering for Canada, right?
Oh, I know. Like that's the tough part right now.
You had Dallas.
I had Dallas.
Yeah. Sorry, Billy boy. You rode that one out for a bit.
I did. I'm still riding it out in the NBA though, but yeah, they let me down.
Yeah.
So there's a good buzz around the city because Edmonton's only 3 hours north, but I can't root for Edmonton, man. I just can't root for Edmonton. One of the linebacker buddies, he's got some money on the Oilers, so he wins big if they win the cup. So I'm rooting for him, but I just don't want Edmonton to win.
Big friend.
All right, fuck it. I'm going.
You say he's rooting for him. Yeah, there you go. One of our
all right, you sold.
All right, yeah. Now, give me my Edmonton Oilers jersey. I'm ready to go.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
There's actually a few.
Dude,
what? The bars are popping out.
I know what Murph's about to say. I've got telepathy on you right now.
Yeah.
I am more interested in who is taking the Oilers jersey off than who is putting the Oilers jersey on.
Yeah. Bailey, have you seen that? Have you seen that clip?
No.
There's an Oilers fan, hot mom, and she's got absolute knockers.
Yes.
Just lifts her shirt up, goes like this.
Oh my god. Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah. Knew what you were talking
bags.
about. Yeah, I was actually gonna say, and you got to root for Edmonton because their fans are showing out. Their fans are showing love. They're just doing what the boys enjoy, what the fans love to see. It's what the kids go to see. It's family fun.
Yeah,
dude,
she doesn't know what she did, but she made a lot of people happy.
Oh, I think she's aware by now, but at first she didn't understand what she was doing. But dude, also in today's day and age where adult films are so easily accessible, when you just catch a live one? You just catch
in the moment, yeah.
In the moment.
You just catch a live set, and they're 10 out of 10. It's
yeah. Dude, praise be the Lord, brother. The Lord's good. God's good.
God is good. You put those things on this planet for a reason. It's a big
That's fantastic. Good for them.
Mm-hmm.
The fan base is 99% men too, so it's just the boys are lit right now. That's really what it is.
The boys are happy.
It would have been absolutely
that. You know how many group chats that clip was set into, and everyone just
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Tuning it back into the series. The Panthers are the more physical team. That's why they're the favorite. They're more physical. Their offense is good. Their defense is good. Bobrovsky is a sick goalie. They're favored. Bobrovsky's probably going to win the why I can't think of the name right now. The best player of the playoffs, Conn Smythe Trophy. He'll probably come away with that because he's been absolutely going off, keeping them in it, going crazy. But on the other end, the Edmonton's goalie has been a weakness for them throughout the playoffs, throughout the season, really. But they've gone on runs where they won like 16 in a row, 5 in a row, this and that a couple times. And he apparently is like kind of a lunatic where he can just tune in. He can just like turn it on and like he'll get pissed off and he'll just like throughout his career, like he was back in like the minors in Canada or whatever. It was like one of those teams that barely scraped into the playoffs, and he was just like this goalie that like all of a sudden I'm gonna go. He's like I'm gonna turn it on. He's like we're gonna win this shit. Like absolutely just like freak where he just ticks. He just like somebody ticks in his brain and he goes nuts for the moment. Like he loves the moment. So that's why I think Edmonton has a chance to win this because they got a fucking psychopath in net that is capable of anything. He's streaky as hell, but when he's locked, he's locked.
And like that's what hockey comes down to. It's like it seems like whenever like there's a hot goalie in the playoffs, like it's like that's how you win. That's how you win. Mm-hmm. You get a hot goalie, you get a good goalie at a good time, then
defense wins championships, baby.
Defense wins championships. And I think I'm getting a beep from the distance here. Bailey, I hear you're down on the ice for the series of game 1 here. Let's toss it over to Bailey.
Mate, Tuck, I'm down here in Florida right now, and the Panthers have just gotten up about a minute and a half ago. So 3 minutes in the game, the Panthers open up the scoring pretty early, so they lead 1-0 on the Oilers right now. 15 minutes left to go in the first period.
I had a bet
early action. A little bit of early action. Wait,
early action from the Panthers there, getting into the back of the net, getting the sirens going, getting the fans buzzing.
I had a goal in the first 10 minutes. $10.21.
Yeah, Murphy.
The boys are hitting. It's going to be a good night. I can feel it in my nuts.
Yeah, I was telling Bailey about a baseball one I got going, but I don't want to jinx it, so we'll skip it. That's the NHL fucking Stanley Cup. We're gonna catch up later and do another around the grounds. But bouncing into basketball. That was so
basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court. I keep it so fresh on the microphone. I like no interruption when the game is on.
Oh man!
My favorite play is the alley oop. I like the pick and roll, the give and go. It's basketball, Bow Wow. Let's go.
Facts, Billy. Facts. Dude, all I know is the literal first line of that song, and you just ripped.
It just kind of came back to me. I tried to piece it together, but the neurons got firing. They figured it out.
There you go. That was amazing.
From a kid
the intro.
What?
I fumbled the intro and he just took over. That was amazing. That was beautiful. Into the segment. Bailey, do you mind cracking us off? I know you don't know too much about it, but you're a Dallas guy, so I want to hear the ops first.
Yeah, mate. I was absolutely let down to see the boys honestly, I think they just ran out of legs. I think they were a little gassed. Long series, the last one. Well, it wasn't too long, but, they've been pushed the whole playoffs, which I think is going to help them in the long run. But, the Mavs were fighting there. They were struggling. The Celtics were too good at home. Obviously, they got the home field advantage for this series here. But I'm looking forward to see what comes up in tomorrow. It's tomorrow night they play again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
correct.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens tomorrow night. Kyrie's got to fix his 3-point shooting. Might have gotten a little bit big for him last night. Going back to TD Garden. Luka's shooting wasn't the best, but I'm sure these boys will figure it out once they're get some fresh legs and get back out there. Tatum was looking good, which kind of pissed me off, and Jaylen Brown played really well too. So,
thank you, Bailey. That was good. That was good, and I appreciate you going first because you just did nothing besides fuel Tucker and I. So you did a real sacrifice fly there. That was real.
Yeah, no, I had to. Hey, it was an RBI. I got out, but it was an RBI.
Yeah, hell yeah, it was. You're hitting us home. So let me drop some facts on you for the fact. I mean, like, first of all, so they came out a little bit slow. Game 1, let's start with Game 1 is always the most mistelling, game in the series. Like, obviously, that's a for sure. It's
Misleading.
game one.
Misleading.
Thank you. Misleading. Appreciate you. And I don't want to hop on it too much. Like it could just game one jitters, this and that. But it is huge just to steal that first one. The Celtics are actually better. They're undefeated on the road in the playoffs, I believe. This year. They've lost at home. So that makes it a little more enticing for me at least. But I think that we just played really well. I mean, we came off hot. We have experience. We're kind of pissed off. Derek White played well. He played his role. Kristaps came in off the bench. First time we've seen him in 4 weeks, something like that, 3 weeks, and he went off.
10 days. But yeah.
Wow, holy shit, felt forever.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown went crazy. I mean, the thing is, no one really had a crazy amount of points. It was just.
Right.
It was just that we all kind of played well. Jason Tatum didn't do terrible, but he played good defense, and played, just all around. Everybody played good basketball. Everybody played good defense on Luka too. Luka still did his thing, 33 points, something like that.
He took a lot of shots. He didn't drain a lot, and they weren't too. Luka shot well from three, but bloody Kyrie could not shoot from three to save himself.
Yeah. So there'll be some better games.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Break it down. First off, my biased Celtics fan brain has me fucking let's go fired up.
Yeah.
Fired up. It's the biggest reason why, because Kristaps Porzingis, Tingus Pingus, the boys call him Tingus. Who the fuck is Tingus Pingus?
Question though, who the fuck is Tingus Pingus?
Tingus Pingus, Bailey. All right, so first off, I'm alluding to that clip on Twitter. Bailey, have you seen that clip on Twitter?
No, mate.
Well, there's this guy, when he gets drafted by the Knicks, he's this British dude is filming as he's getting drafted by the Knicks, and he's so pissed off they're picking Kristaps Porzingis. He's like, who the fuck is Tingus Pingus? What the fuck? What the fuck are we? And he's freaking the fuck out. And so now there's a bunch of memes about Tingus Pingus. And then the one that I saw, that's one of my favorites. She's like, you're my hero. And then it's just a picture of Kristaps Porzingis' roster picture. He's like, and below him it says, I'm literally Tingus Pingus. And it's just gold for no reason. But Kristaps Porzingis is our center that we picked up this year that's really kind of brought our team to the next level because he's a stretch big that can stretch the whole floor. He'll play down low, but he can hit the three. He hit a couple deep 30-foot threes, and he was not missing from the jump. But he's had a calf injury for the past 10 days, and he came back and was just hitting. So that was huge for us because he hasn't played in the majority of the last few series. He didn't play at all against Cleveland. He missed that half the series against, I can't remember, escaping me. Indiana. No, he didn't play.
No, not the Pacers. Yeah, the Pacers. They beat the Pacers.
Either way. But he came back and he was firing, so that fired me up. But my rational Celtics fan brain says, after game one, yes, I'm fired up. Celtics always let their foot off the fucking gas when they have a lead, and it drives me fucking insane. We are the best basketball team in the league.
You have been for the past 4 years.
Dude, but always let their foot off the fucking gas. And Jason Tatum didn't really, he played all right. He got most
He did what he had to do. He played well.
But here's my thing is I feel like he got a lot of his points kind of in garbage time toward the end of the game when we had it bagged up. And I'm like, dude, I need
that's putting your foot on the
have
throat, though. That's putting your foot on the throat. That's taking control of the game.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying, hold on. I'll toss it to you in a sec, Murph. But I'm saying, we were 20 points ahead, and then Jason Tatum was getting some buckets here or there. He got his points kind of late. What were you gonna say, Murph?
Drills on film. He starts the possession and then dishes it off, so he make it a hockey assist. But he's getting double, triple teamed. But check it out next time. If for our listeners too,
I love the reference to drills on film, but that and drills on film.
What do you mean?
What are you talking about? You're talking about Tatum's not getting Double
No,
triple
no,
team?
no. You might be
No,
getting double
no, hit
team,
me.
triple team.
No,
But drills
Wait,
on film is like, hey, we're working our long arm, and then, hey,
Yeah.
you're in the game, they throw it
no,
out.
no. But here
work your
in
long arm.
basketball, I see what Murphy's saying though, because in basketball, it's like drills on film would be like, hey, you're getting a double team. That's a
Yeah,
drill
alright,
in
that's-
practice.
He's making
So that's
yeah.
drills on film. That's like
I
basketball.
see what you're saying there.
Yeah, he's making the right decision.
Listen.
He's making the right decision.
Alright.
Fact. We have 18 subscribers on this motherfucking podcast right now. Sexy sons of bitches. All you good looking, handsome fuckers of this. Yes, our listeners. Yes. Drills on film. When we talk about drills on film, it's when, shout out Coach Alex Bresner, our defensive coordinator. We all played college football. We had drills in practice, and when we executed those drills in the game, it would fire Brez up, and he'd be like, drills on film, motherfucker, and the boys would get some fucking juice for some
Juice for drills on film. You do a
Juice
drill
for
on a
drills
film.
on film. So
Yeah,
when we're
baby.
talking drills on film, we're saying shit that we did in practice or shit that athletes did in practice that they're now executing the game. Drills on film, you learned.
You learned. Yeah,
You
we
learned,
love that.
son.
We love a drills on film. Nothing gets the blood pumping like some drills on film.
Facts.
So Jason Tatum is playing well. He's doing well. I think he's playing great
All right.
too.
Yeah, but I need
drills on film.
I need him to be dog of dogs.
Yeah. I need him to be dog and dog. If he wants to,
again-
I want him to win the most valuable player, but it's looking like it could be Jalen. I think you said Kristaps the other day to me, Tuck. I think it's Jalen Brown right now. He locked up Luka. He got, I think, 2 or 3 steals, 2 or 3 pickpockets
Block.
off Luka.
3 blocks too.
Yeah, 3 blocks too, and then to open dunks,
dude.
he was going nuts.
Yeah, he was going kind of crazy. But
Um,
I just think the impact that Kristaps Porzingis had after like a long time off, I was like,
yeah,
fuck MVP, baby, let's go.
excitement about it.
I just I had a crazy memory too of Alex, Brez. No, Alex.
Alex, I've been getting dirty, but Alex Brez dirty.
Anytime I hear John Belt Further song, I immediately think of that.
Me too.
Always. Was that
often hear
Sergio
that
that started
song.
that? I think I have this memory of just being absolutely intoxicated, let's say. I guess that's a good way of saying it. And then Churko running up to me. You know how he would get when he would be gone, and he would just be, he would run up to me and be like, sing, Alex, Brez, no. He's like, sing, Alex, Brez.
Same syllables. Same amount of syllables. Alex Brez, no.
I was like, all right, Churko, I'm with you.
That's hilarious.
God, I love that shit.
Hopefully he tunes into the pod to hear it. That's the cover that's all I really got for the NBA championship, unless
That's
anybody's
good
got anything else. Yeah.
I'll wrap it up.
Fuck the
Solid.
Celtics.
Now
go the
time
Bucks.
Suck
take a
my
quick ad
dick,
break.
Bailey.
We don't have any ads.
Ads.
But
Hey, send us to an ad break
theoretically-
real quick, Murphy.
yeah, to anybody that wants to put in an ad right now is where we would put it.
Insert ad break now.
Yeah, we should get paid for that, just for even saying it. Going into our sink and swim of the week, I'll start. I'll kick us off, just to give you guys a brief to let you guys think about it. My sink and swim of the week is I lost my car key, which has my house key and my mail key on it, and a key fob. My car is automatic start. I have a backup, like button start.
Must be
And
nice.
so that's just expensive.
Yeah,
Um,
it must be nice.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And
Wait, you lost it?
I lost it. I don't know where it is. I thought my friend Chad called me.
Mhm.
I was going to the mailbox. My friend Chad called me.
Bad play lacrosse.
No, that would be funny though. Chad's from
That makes
Arizona.
sense.
He was
Good
like he was in Pike in college too. And now he lives in Dallas. Everything makes sense. And he's a complete Republican.
Chad. To a T.
Chad. He lived from Montana for a bit too. All right. Anyway, we're talking. I'm on the phone with him. He goes, "Yo, hop on Xbox." I'm at the mailbox. My mailbox is 100 yards away from my front door. And then I go, "All right, cool." So I kind of hurry up and walking my dog. I get my mail and I kind of run home with Bergie. So I must have dropped it between the mailbox and my apartment. So I retraced my steps 100 times. I couldn't find it. And so it's been like 2 days. Going into my swim Friday, yesterday, I checked the front office and I go, this is the third time I've checked. Is there any chance that there's a spare key? She goes, what, these? And I go, and I literally go like this. I like put them in prayer. I'm like, holy shit.
Thank you.
There is
sweet
God.
note.
I haven't been locking my apartment. I've been like keeping it open, and it's so expensive to replace all that shit. It would have been like $500 to the 2 keys and my key fob, and
There
that
is a
sucks.
God. There is a
There,
God.
dude, it was amazing. So I found that shit. I was
You better start going to
extremely
church, boy.
dude, for real. So I got crazy hyped off that. That's my swim of the week. Is that sometimes your worst thing of the week that you stressed about so much ends up being a super minimal thing at the end of the week. It was just a 2-day stint where my life was like, I'm a fucking idiot, calling myself an idiot, retracing my steps. The weird part of the story, I asked her, I go, where was, and she goes, I go, do you know where it was found? Does anybody say something? She goes, it was found at the dog park. I had not gone to the dog park in that time. I know I hadn't. So maybe someone had taken it there, or my assumption might be that someone told her it was found near the dog park because it was at the mailbox or something. But weird.
Oh,
Weird.
Right.
Yeah.
the only
I don't
other
know.
thing that I can think about that would be like someone at the dog park knows that you have that kind of car, and they were like, "Oh, I found these from a guy
Maybe.
that I see at the dog park." I don't know.
Yeah, no, that could be. Yeah, no, I don't know. I would have talked to most of those people by then. They would have mentioned it by now.
Yeah.
That's a good point. All right, Bailey, look, you're eager to tell me your
I'm
sink or
eager.
swim of the
I'm
week.
eager.
Sink in swim of the week. Sink and swim of the
Uh-huh.
week.
Sink and swim of the week. Mine's gonna be pretty bland. It's gonna be based off the dub we got last night. My swim is that the boys got a dub. We're 1-0 to start the season. Nothing feels better than winning. Nothing feels better than sending people home, catch the plane home, and feel like shit. Feels so much better when you're the winning side. So awesome to send them out of Calgary. Say enjoy your flight back, Hamilton, and thanks for coming. And
Thanks for coming, bitch.
My sink is gonna be in the game. I might have got a little heated at one point. Copped a UR, so that was my sink. That was a low blow from old Billy boy there. He got a little heated. The long snapper tried to.
Roughness.
Yeah. I
Love that.
it was on punt return. I was kicking some ass, to be honest, on some bloke. Not a lot of guys like it when a little white dude seems to be stronger than them. Kind of rubs people the wrong way. So, like, especially when you're just a 6 foot, 200-pound white guy, like people go, "Why are you able to hold me here?" But so they get a little heated on that. But then there was a pile. I was trying to get my returner up. The long snapper grabbed me by like my horse collar, or like in the, what would you call it? That's a collar. Like the collar on my shirt, and just like ripped me way after the play, ripped me away. And then I knew I was just fuming at this point. I was like, bro, and I wanted some action. I was like, we were already kicking ass, and I just kind of wanted a bit more.
Some action, Bailey.
Yeah,
Give me on that action.
Yeah, the boys that have played with me before know what I'm like when I'm playing ball. So I was I was a little fired up, and I got in underneath him because I knew if I touched his head, it's an immediate flag, and I might get kicked out of the game. So I wanted to get underneath him, and I was going to be like, dude, I'm the shit your nightmares fucking are scared of. I wanted to say stuff like that. Like I'm John Wick.
Drop a Ray Lewis line.
Yeah,
I'm John Wick.
Just like, yeah, some crazy shit. Just like, tell him I'm the man you call to kill the boogeyman. Like, I was going to just get in his face and just like start running my mouth. But the moment I'm the man you call to kill the boogeyman.
I gotta use that.
I love that, dude. You've been
was
rehearsing this shit. You've been thinking about this shit, haven't you?
Oh, I was fired up in that, bro. I was like,
yeah, I love that, dude.
And then so as I got in underneath him, I kind of like rugbyed him a little bit. Like I got underneath him and put my shoulder on him in a little bit. And the moment I touched him, so I wanted to like grab him and bear hug him and talk shit to him. But the moment I touched him, he just pulled a fucking Howard. What's his first name?
No,
basketball.
James Harden.
James Harden. Pulled a James Harden and just flopped. And
the fact I know who you're talking about is crazy. But I hate flopping.
So pulled a James Harden on me the moment I tried to grab him, and Flag came out.
So
I got
I
chewed
hate
out on the
that, dude.
sideline, but it is what it is. We live to fight another day.
live to fight another day. Live to fight
It's
another.
probably the only workplace where, like, Chuck, if you messed up a report or something, or I don't know, you just like emailed the wrong person, your boss isn't going to come up to you and tell you you're he's not going to.
You motherfucker! What? Dude,
And then
my
his boss is going to
my
come
boss
up
is
to you too.
One of my bosses is a pretty hardcore dude, but even him, like, there's no way he's doing some. It would be absolutely hilarious, though.
Bro,
Like,
imagine that could be
if
a
I
good
didn't hit a
skit.
number and he just comes and like reams me out, I would be kind of like I might be like fired up.
You might be a little fired up about it. Right?
I want to fucking sleep you right now, but I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, so that was my sync. I felt like shit. And then they call out your number. They're like, yeah, you are number 21, Calgary. And then I'm like sitting there, and then the coaches run up to me. He's like, what are you fucking doing? This is fucking selfish. What do you think this is?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, just copping it. But, I've copped a spray from Alex Bresner. So, like,
just wear it. You just got to wear
them.
Just got to
You
wear
finish a game with a TFL, a forced fumble, and 10 tackles, and you'll tell you're the worst player on the field.
Yeah.
Thanks, coach. Thanks for the encouragement.
Hey, the dub trumps the sink, so the swim trumps the sink.
It would be a lot worse if we lost. If we lost, I would be like, do I have a job next week?
Yeah.
All right, Todd, give us your sink and swim of the week.
All right, I'll hit you guys with some. So sink is it's the common man problem. Shout out to the common man here. It's a little ode to the common man. I think it's kind of been a theme of some of my sink and swims. I'm just hitting the common man shit. But pay PTO, paid time off, right? You only have so much of it. Just recently, as of June 1st, mine resets. Sick. Hell yeah. More PTO. That means I get time off to do whatever the fuck I want to do. Cool.
And get paid.
And get paid. Yes, that's great. But, I don't know. Taking PTO with my boss is a pain in the ass because he'll just let you feel it. It's like, dude, fuck off. I'm literally given this for a reason. Like, I'm a human. I need to live. But there's only a limited amount of time in the summer as well, especially living in the Northeast. You only get a limited amount of time to go out and do fun stuff, to like get out like in nature when it's beautiful outside. So instantly, like, I start looking like throughout the calendar, throughout the summer, I'm like, all right, let's start to plan some stuff. Let's have some fun this summer. And before you know it, you are using that PTO like you are running dry on that shit.
Yeah, facts.
And it's like, and before you know it, you're less than a week into the year, and you're like, oh no, I only have like a few like some days left of PTO because Murph and I are going to Paris. I'm going to Cape Cod at some point in the summer. Like, I got some other things that I can't even think about right now. Like, I have, I'm going to North Carolina in September, and then I'm going to Paris, and I'm like, oh God. So these are all fun things. First world problems, common man shit, PTO. It's great to have, but it runs thin quick.
Holy shit! When are you going? When are we going to that? I forgot about that.
September.
Oh wait.
Or Paris, or which one?
The game in North Carolina.
I think I'm going to be in North Carolina the 6th to the 9th.
And then we later that week or like later that month we go to Paris.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. We timed it up bad, dude. we did it, and there's no back.
Hey Murphy, you might need to sell those keys, mate.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. No, honestly, fuck it. Get it out of the way, right? Get it out of the way. And then
you gotta live while you're young, mate. You gotta live while you're young. I'm juiced about it.
And I'll fucking be ball and chain to work after September. So whatever. Fuck it. I'm gonna get it out. And that's kind of what I did last.
But that's when football starts.
So I'm down.
Football starts in September.
So I'm down.
Makes everything easy.
So I'm down. Then I'll be home and I'll just.
Is that your swim?
No, that can be, but my swim is, check me out. So I got a cool story, dude. So last week I had a great week. I sold some big accounts. Murph Dog, you know the Mass Mutual Center. I
Yeah.
sold, and Bailey.
That's tight.
I sold the Mass Mutual Center, which is I'm fired up about. That's a huge it's a target account for me. So like your boy's gonna get a little bit of scratch off, doing business with a big event center, which I'm fired up about. Like Bill Burr has performed there. Like some huge names have performed there. So that's just a really cool thing. But so I'm wrapping up. So I had a good week. I'm wrapping up. I'm like, I was actually supposed to go on a date with some girl in downtown Springfield, but I got blown off. But I was like, fuck it, dude. I'm still going to go to this bar that we were going to go to. It's called Max's Tavern right by Basketball Hall of Fame. You guys know Max's? All right.
That's a solid place.
Yeah, it's dope.
Nice
I've
place.
never actually been there. It's the first time I went there. So I'm like, it's all good. Like, I'm just going to sit at the bar. I'm going to, check out at 4:30, sit down at the bar, wrap up my week, sip on a couple drinks, get some chicken wings, and just ride into the weekend. And so I'm sitting there, and I've been like really into like bourbon lately. I like sipping bourbon on the rocks, and like I think it's something that I really like. Once I start to make some more money, like I want to get into like collecting like bourbons and shit. I'm fired up about it. But anyway, that's beside the point. I'm sipping on some. And an hour or two go by, and I'm just going away, and I'm crushed. Like I'm being really productive, so it felt good. Close my laptop, and I'm like, time for the weekend. And like as soon as I close my laptop, there's this couple, like a little bit older couple, that are sitting next to me, and they're the
Where
guy.
are you go with this, mate?
No, I'm getting to the point. There's some lead up. So the guy is he as soon as I close my laptop, he's like, done with the week? And I was like, yeah. And he hadn't been talking to me the whole time. He's like, looks like you finished up with work with the week. And I'm like, yeah. And so I get to talking to him for a little bit, and I told him about sales, and he's in sales as well. And he's telling me where he's from, this, that, and the other. Long story short, this guy told me that he's now accepting a new job as CEO of this company. And I'm like, oh shit. What? Dude, like this guy's story, like before I learned that he was a CEO, I was just shooting the shit with this guy. And he was a cool ass dude. Like he was saying some funny stuff to me that I'm gonna refrain from saying on the podcast. But he's talking about he liked to party, he liked to drink, this, that, and the other. But cool ass dude. We ended up like connecting on LinkedIn. He told me to hit him up in the future. But he was telling me like his background before I figured out that he's a CEO. Just a normal ass dude. And like as I'm talking to this guy, then he just subtly drops that he's taking a new job as the CEO of this multi-million-dollar company, and there's 600 employees. The majority of them are out of Sri Lanka. He's like, so he's going to Sri Lanka, and yeah, dude, it's a crazy story. And he's a really cool dude. And he's like, I used to ref college basketball, this, that, and the other. I was like, I used to ref lacrosse, and we were kind of just clicking. But he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I graduated high school. He's like, I went straight into like tool making. He's like, I went to vocational school. He's like, I thought I was just gonna make tools. My dad was just a common guy. Like, he's like, I didn't really come from much. He's like, I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do. I thought I was gonna make tools. He's like, he ended up going to Springfield College. But like we're talking about it, and he's like, I don't know. So it kind of just gave me that like a little bit of jolt to energy. He like shook my hand. He's like, congratulations, when I told him that I sold the Mass Mutual Center. And he's like, listen, man, like people on my sales team are gonna make an exorbitant amount of money. I told him what I make. He's like, you're gonna make X amount of money on my team. Like if once I get settled in, he's like, stay in connection with me. And it's a significant amount more money than what I make right now. But he's like, we'll go get lunch sometime and blah, 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 blah. So I connected with him on LinkedIn. Like maybe it's something that I'll follow up on in the future. So, but it also just like, it fueled me up. It fired me up because it's just like common dude, didn't know what the hell he wanted to do, worked hard, now the CEO of a company. And so Murph was talking about stuff earlier in the podcast about like, you know, owning an athletic facility and stuff like that. Like I have legitimate aspirations and dreams to like do stuff like that. So dude, you can do it. You can do it. Doesn't matter who you are. You can do it.
Fuck yeah, baby. You can do anything you put your mind to.
So that's my
Fuck yeah.
long-winded.
That's a good swim. That's a good swim. We are heading into the latter half of the episode too, so it's a good fucking swim to send us into the horizon more or less. Next on our list to do, we have the Canadian Grand Prix. Canadian Grand Prix will be tomorrow. Qualifying tonight, as I said. George Russell takes P1. What a shocker. Mercedes has been butt cheeks all season. I hate George Russell. I'd rather see him driving taxis than F1 cars. But he's an all right racer. And him and Max Verstappen actually got the exact same time, but he set
actually
first.
Wild, eh?
Yeah,
I
just
don't
wild.
remember the last one was
1:12.00000. Let alone there's just 1:12 exactly.
Yeah.
But so anyway, we're talking about the Grand Prix, and Max, since he set his second, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get pulled. So George Russell takes the first.
So yeah, just so people know, so what Murphy's saying here is in the qualifying in Q3, both Russell and Verstappen ran a 1:12 flat time around the track in Montreal, and so the rules in F1 are based around whoever runs that time first is the pole sitter. So say Tucker, say you and Murphy both ran a 1 minute track time, right?
Mm-hmm.
1 minute flat, but you did it right before Murphy did it, you would be in front of Murphy.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that doesn't happen too often. That's pretty rare situation to happen there.
So I thought it was cool as hell, but this Grand Prix, this track is tricky. It's rainy all weekend. But yeah, so it's been kind of difficult for most people to qualify, and Verstappen and the rest of the grid is slowly catching up. So it's cool to see new people at P1. I think Verstappen would probably overtake him in the first 3 laps.
I wouldn't be surprised if Norris catches him soon too.
Norris is good. So that's what the order is. We got Mercedes 1 and Russell, Red Bull, Verstappen 2, and then 2 McLarens and Norris and Piastri. And shout out our boy Danny Rick. There was some talk this weekend. Villanueva or something like that, some former racer. They asked him a question about Daniel Ricciardo. He said, "Why is he still in F1?"
Whoa.
He was beating a washed-up Sebastian Vettel and an 18-year-old Max Verstappen, and since then he hasn't beat anybody. Why is he still in F1? He lives off his image, blah blah blah. And so Ricciardo's pissed off. He takes a kind of a shit box of a car and puts it P5. So that's fire. And then we got
your boy Yuki finished in 8th. He's
Yuki.
Yeah, Yuki's P8, which is pretty solid. Hamilton, who has his other racer's car, his teammate's car, is P1. He's all the way down in P7. So that is probably the other thing. Logan started to continue to suck. Fuck that American fucking asshole. All right.
Wait, who won?
That's it.
Verstappen won or what?
No, it's not qualifying. The race is tomorrow.
Oh, dumb.
Yeah, Murph, and as going back on what we were talking about last pod, everyone's starting to catch up. I feel like the Russell situation was just he obviously ran a good time, and maybe Max struggled in practice a little bit. He didn't get a good P2. But obviously I think Verstappen will catch him off the get-off, to be honest. But Norris and Piastri weren't far behind. Norris was only 0.2 behind the front runners, and Piastri's only 100 behind. So Zach Brown and McLaren mate, they're right there. And Ferrari were struggling for pace. So
that's also one thing.
It's a good chance for McLaren to get themselves into the constructors a little bit more, because Ferrari picked up some good points in the last race. I'll give you an update on the constructors right now. It's Red Bull Racing at 276 points. Ferrari's at 252. And I haven't seen those standing that close since Verstappen and Hamilton were having their little bit of a back.
And it was just those two teams. It was just
what
those
is
two teams.
constructors?
Yeah, exactly. And then you got McLaren now. What was that? Sorry, Tom.
Constructors. I didn't know what that meant. Murph said team.
Yeah, so constructors the whole team.
Okay.
And then McLaren's in third at 184 points. So let's say McLaren can pick up maybe 30 points in this race. That'll bring the lead in a little bit more. So it's good to see almost like a 3-horse race now. It's I'm not including Mercedes. They're only on 96 points. I think they're at the top of the middle pack. To be honest, I don't think they're a top runner anymore.
Yeah.
Although we see Russell at the front in this qualifying, I don't think that's a long-standing thing that's going to happen throughout the season. So I'm hoping McLaren can get some good points. Ferrari will they'll claim some points for sure. But I hope McLaren can. Maybe you get a Red Bull and 2 McLarens on the podium. That'd be nice to see.
That'd be sweet. But I totally agree. That was a very good point to bring it back to the fact that this constructors is close and it's closer than we might have ever seen it since I've been really watching. So that is super exciting. And the bottom of the pack is also kind of interesting. The bottom 5 are kind of fun too.
Yeah, it is. It's good.
Between 5 and 6. Yeah, it's good fun for everybody. But
Kicks
I'm hoping that
time. Kick Saber, they just I don't know
hoping
what's
that
going on over there, but they are almost a waste of a racing team.
They're not going to be a team when Audi comes in anyway.
So so that's the switch because I was curious about that. So Audi's coming in, Kick's going out, right?
Yeah. But it doesn't fucking. They're kind of irrelevant right now.
Where is it? I know it's Canadian Grand Prix.
It's in Montreal.
Montreal.
I've got a cool fact about. So I don't know. You boys been to Montreal?
No.
So you can actually see the track when you fly into Montreal.
Oh. Murph's got to pee. I thought he was like, I don't know what he was saying.
We'll just take a 5-minute break here.
So you can see the track when you fly over Montreal.
Yeah, so you fly in, you can see the track. And so Montreal is actually on an island. Like the city of Montreal is like on an island in a river.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's little like land breaks just to the side, like in the river too. So the track is actually
kind of like Chicago.
Montreal.
No, kind of like Chicago? ? There's a river that goes through Chicago.
No, more of the fact that Montreal is on the river.
Oh.
So it's a big, wide running river, and there's like a massive land just in the middle, and that's the city.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it split?
Yeah, so it's kind of like river through the middle, then Montreal's like river, like bunch of land, big river, and then Montreal, the city, is like in the middle of it.
Okay.
So,
I see.
And then just off the side of the river near the city of Montreal is just a piece of land that they built the track on. So the track almost has its own little island.
Okay.
Super cool. So you kind of
fly in.
Yeah, so it's just
it is tight.
The track's on its own little island. They actually built it for it was a fair back in the day, like a World's Fair or something.
Bro,
and
there's so much money in F1, it's insane.
Oh,
They're just like buying islands to put race tracks on.
Because they were originally looking for a place to keep the Canadian Grand Prix because they didn't have a track. It was bouncing around. And then so they thought, hey, this land, let's just use the roads that are here, throw a track on it, and now that's a Canadian Grand Prix spot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
it's an awesome track too. I love that track. But yeah, to your point to how much money it's worth, Checo Perez got in a crash last week at the Monaco Grand Prix, or 2 weeks ago, and it was $1 million overall at the minimum. They're saying it's probably gonna be more like 1.3.
Yeah,
so
dude, they just
that is just the car.
Like it's fucking,
yeah, that's just
nothing.
That's just the car, and that's just like the one crash, and it happens
Yeah.
X amount of times a season. Let alone all the upgrades, let alone all the sponsorship, all the contracts, everything.
Flying
It's
back and
just
forth.
like
the
flying back and forth everywhere. They're flying the car places.
Yeah.
Like
I
it
feel
is
like
just crazy.
I feel like there's like
It's an elitist sport.
Right, absolutely. But in racing in general, there are so many different companies, so many different businesses involved. So there's a lot of sponsorships. So there's a lot. So there's like a shit ton of money flowing from a bunch of different places.
And it's all big brands too. Like Tag sponsor Red Bull Racing. You know what I mean? Rolex sponsor the F1. Like it's big brands that are happy to throw their money on it, and just like Ray-Ban sponsor, I think Ferrari. I think Ray-Ban sponsor the Ferrari car. Yeah. So
right. There's so many companies involved, so many huge businesses involved.
Yeah, just big businesses straight in because it's great advertisement and it's the market you're hitting too. Like you're
Yeah,
hitting
yeah,
the
yeah.
Brixie market, you're hitting that non-common man, like people that have lost touch with the common man.
Yeah, the people that have a shitload
Yeah.
of money market, but also like an international market too. So,
Exactly, yeah.
yeah, it makes sense business wise.
Canadian Grand Prix talk.
Yeah, baby.
Rich monies. Rich monies.
When the rubber hits the road, mate.
Dude, I want to go fast. That's all I gotta say. I think that we're gonna cut it. I think we're still in pretty good time right now, but I do want to get a Curious Q in. I'm okay with that.
All right.
I think we're
All right,
making
if you
good
say
time.
so.
So, yeah, dude, give me a Curious Q. Give me the Curious Q of the week, Tuck.
My curious Q, just because I'm on a little like motivational like take over your life shit recently, as of just because last week had a good week, was like, what is your stretch goal in life? What is something that it's like you haven't even thought about achieving that in life? Like what is it could be a physical goal, it could be like I don't know, maybe like a career goal, it could be an athletic goal. What is one goal that you have for yourself that isn't a stretch goal? It's like I'm shooting for the fucking moon on this one.
Yeah.
What is something that you want to achieve in life? Just because like I got some juices flowing from talking to that dude.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, yeah, just like to keep it simple, not being like too retrospect. Like I want a job that makes me happy. You know, like
Right.
to make it more like something that's tangible. I want to. I think that I want to have land. I want to have so much land that I can build whatever I want on. Like have my own kind of like. This is
Racetrack.
a weird racetrack if I want to. This is a weird comparison to it. The Little People, Big World, how that guy just has so much land, he's constantly building shit. I want to have something like that. And
Bailey, if he doesn't know what Little People Big World is, I'm
No,
gonna
it's
ask
an
him real
American
quick.
TV show with dwarves that this guy owns like 100-something acres and he's builds stuff on his land and it's him and his little
He
family.
owns hundreds of acres, like these little people, like Murphy said. He owns hundreds of acres. They own a farm. They do all sorts of funny, like crazy shit. It's cool.
Cool.
But-
That
Hell
didn't reach Australian cable, I'm guessing.
That's all right, brother.
It's
I don't blame
It's
you.
a classic TLC show.
And to add to all of that, my friend, if I'm wealthy enough to achieve this, one goal I've always spoke about to my friends in my group chat is to be rich enough to. My brother and I's first car we had in high school was our grandmother's Cabrio, a '99 Cabrio. It's a crappy little Volkswagen car.
Baby.
Yeah, it's like a Rabbit. It's like a small little car. My dream is to buy enough of them to where my friends and I can race on a dirt track, all different colors, spray paint them, whatever you want, and we all need to be intoxicated of some sort and race around this track.
I don't know about talking about drinking, driving.
I encourage all 18 of our subscribers and all the other listeners that we may attract to go Google search a 1999 Volkswagen Cabrio soft top convertible, and that's what Murph and I were driving as our first car. And all my friends alluded to it as the badge wagon, which makes a lot of sense because I got absolutely zero badge in that thing.
You said 1999. What was it?
Volkswagen Cabrio.
You can type VW Cabrio, Cabrio, and it was just like the dinkiest, like dorky, but
Okay. So I'm gonna try and give this.
car.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and run this down to the listeners. So I'm looking here at a 1999 VW Cabrio. Cabrio.
Yep.
What color was yours?
Forest green.
Forest green.
Okay, forest green. Jeez, that would have been a machine. So, what I'm looking at right now is the best way I can describe it to the listeners, trying to be better with my audio here. It's a two-door, very tinny. I'm going to use the word tinny because that's the best way I can describe it, with a soft top on the top that you can easily take off if you want to let the AZ breeze run through those afro golden locks of Murphy's hair, just as the sand's rolling in off the highway. I don't know. It just you can almost see the interior that it's definitely a wind me down window system, not electronic for sure.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. 2-door, tinny, soft top, barely enough space in the trunk or the boot, depending on where you're from. And yeah, it definitely looks like it would be electric to drive on Murphy's racetrack when you club stock system.
So Bailey, that was pretty solid description there. I love that. Pretty solid description there. The one thing that you were a little bit off on,
What?
the windows were electric. Hear me out.
Okay.
Windows were electric. It definitely looks like a crank window. But over time, this car started to break down and whatnot. Like it had its bad things about it. So the windows stopped working completely. My dad just ended up putting a board in the door just to keep them up because they just fell down and they wouldn't go back up. So crank windows would have done better. Crank windows would have done better. yeah. But like, dude, oh my God, so many stories with this thing. So many unbelievable stories. One of the tires fell off one time.
I was in the car.
Yeah, one of the tires fell off, so that was lovely. That was good. Right in the middle of the road. And like, we should have known, but it was like making this weird noise. It was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And we're like, what the hell is going on? And we just I guess, ignored it to the point where we're fucking idiots. Wheel fell off. My dad ran to the rescue. Dude, never told this story. Never, Murph, I'm not sure if you know this. I was out with 2 girls one time in high school. And long story short, one of these girls did not have her license yet. And I thought I was being cool, dude. I was trying to flirt around with the girls. And I was going to let one of the... No, not at all. I just...
Never.
You know me, just trying to hump. But anyway, like, she asked if she could drive the car. And I was like, of course, yeah. Absolutely. Give her the keys. She puts the car in reverse. We're in a McDonald's parking lot. She puts the car in reverse and reverses it, slams on the fucking gas, reverses it into a fucking tree. Boom! Hits the fucking... So they put this big ass dent in the fucking the back bumper. Yeah. And but we just covered it up with a bunch of like bumper stickers.
Genius.
A shitload of bumper stickers, but like my dad definitely saw that, and I was like, I don't know, man. Like someone we were at McDonald's, someone backed into us. We came out, someone backed into us. But yeah, never told that story. I gotta tell Tim that story one of these days because I was like 16 years old when that happened. So it was probably like a 10 years ago. And
what's past?
We could have a whole segment due to that car. I drove that car before I had my license too, before I had my permit or anything. I took it for a joyride.
Oh yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, let's tell that story real quick because it's hilarious. Like I don't know where I was, but I had my license at the time, but I had something. But
no, yeah, you were gone, and then I think you guys were at like some like Passion League tournament or something, and Mom was gone, and Dad was gone for work, and Anna was in college, and Mom jokingly says, "Take the cabriolet. The cabriolet's home. Take it if you need it." And I was like, "Bet." And so I called 2 of my boys, and I was like, picked them both up. We went to Sonic.
You are the sickest bloke of all time.
And I drove back.
You just took it.
And then while I was out, somebody honked at me or somebody waved at me because they thought it was Tuck, and I was like, "What's up?"
Dude, you were probably like 14, 15 at that time.
I was like 14 and a half. 14 and a half, maybe 15. Bro. Yeah, fuck it right now.
Oh my God!
But dude, Curious Q, we gotta bring it back. Dude. Curious Q, Bailey, all time.
Digression.
Yeah.
That was digressing to the T.
Yeah, that was digressing.
All time, Bailey. What would you want to achieve or have or physical goal? Bail cunt.
So is this like a long-term type, like I'm 50 goal, or is this like a?
Yeah, nothing too philosophical, but like if you could achieve something or have something.
Oh,
there's
well,
not a lot of parameters with it, but like a stretch goal, like a shooting for the stars type goal, like.
Oh, well, this one's easy. Playing the league. What? Playing the NFL.
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought
yeah.
I thought so. Like I was
Look at
thinking
every day.
as I was writing this down, I was like, I know Bailey's. Like so
All
that's,
day, any day. I'll do
Yeah.
a lot of things to play in the NFL.
keep it short and sweet, baby. And
I
we
just got to
fucking
stop
love that.
clipping my wings, man. Just let me fly.
Peacock, you
Even-
gotta let me fly.
Keep it short and sweet, Billy. We love that goal of
Yeah.
yours, and we support that goal of yours.
Yeah,
So
been
let's
chasing
fuck
since
it.
that one since I was 15. The boys know about
Yeah.
it. They've seen me doing
Yeah.
back pedals in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
That's facts.
Absolutely.
I can attest to
Looking
that.
like a psychopath, but I absolutely have like Bailey. Like for again, I'm breaking the third wall, and I'm talking to our subscribers and our listeners, man. I'm
That's what we gotta
interacting
do.
with them. This is what we're doing. So, to our listeners, Bailey is a tapped individual. We love him to death because I feel like it's great to have people like Bailey in your life because he thinks very outside the box, and like I think it expands like your mindset to doing other crazy different crazy shit. Bailey would be in our like fucked up kitchen in college, and he would be taking like slow back pedal steps.
Walk pedal,
And-
baby. Walk pedal.
Yeah, walk pedal. And I'm for our just listeners, I'm walk pedaling right now. And he would be looking like an absolute psychopath, but he would do it religiously all the time. And I'm watching him do this. I'm like, this kid is out of his fucking mind. Dude. Also, like, dude, like he's training his brain to do that. Like you are training your brain and your body to build up the muscle memory. So that's like one thing I've always had respect for Bailey doing shit that people would absolutely think is crazy. But also, I'm jerking Bailey off right now. One thing.
Settle down.
No, I got you. But
What,
like,
hang cleaning barefoot in the backyard wasn't enough?
oh yeah. I mean, that was awesome. We'll get into that in more pods to come. But one thing that Bailey has always said that has always stuck with me. So another thing about Bailey, like we would be in public, like in any restaurant or something like that. I think we went to Dunkin' Donuts one morning.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, there's
We were
more.
hungover too. We're just trying to get
Yeah.
some donuts, man.
And Bailey would be like, he'll be like stretching or like this particular time he decided to go into Dunkin' Donuts just barefoot. But also like so barefoot in Dunkin' Donuts in Springfield, Massachusetts. Love that. That's great. Probably catching some flesh-eating disease, whatever.
Yeah.
But he'll be like stretching in Dunkin' Donuts barefoot. And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And I think one of us said something about like, you're just a weirdo. You're
I know the story. I
Yeah,
told you.
yeah.
It's my dad.
So,
It was my dad.
yes.
I was in Macca's.
no, but
And he
hold
said,
on. Let me say it because it's always stuck with me. So one of us said that.
He said, "Why can't you be normal?"
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And then Bailey told us about the story about one time he was stretching in McDonald's, and his dad goes, "Why can't you just be normal?" And then Bailey instantly like retorted back, "Because being normal doesn't make you great." And I was like, "Oh shit!"
Get that up, you Tyrone.
Yeah, and like just eat that, Tyrone. And
I love that.
He probably just shut his mouth.
Yeah, it did. He was like, "Oh, well."
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Fuck, that's funny. I haven't had that memory in a while.
Yeah. That one will stick with me.
That's true though. Little shout out to the listeners there. It's like, well, for like a little bit of wisdom. That's definitely something I would struggle with because I knew like my people don't know much about my story, but like coming back, like the way I got to college football in general, like it took a lot to get there, and it was just like I realized like I started falling into this habit of like everything I did was just based around trying to get better at playing football.
Yeah.
Like everything, like when I was working labor, like, all right, if I can carry these two in my hands, it's going to make my hand grips better, and then I'm going to be able to catch more footballs. Like, just simple shit like that, like anything I would do. And it got to a point where I was like, all right, now I just feel like I'm pushing the limit here, and I'm like everyone thinks because no one else does the same things as me, and it was something where I had to try and learn to just screw that, stick to my guns. If I want to be who I'm going to be, like
Right.
I'm going to be the same as everybody else. You know, if I got to do an odd thing here or there, like shit,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. For sure. For
But-
sure.
Dude,
No
that
doubt.
Curious Q fucking shout out.
Curious
Conversation
Q went off
starter.
that. Yeah.
That
Curious
thing
Q
was
went
a
off, huh?
paper in the
Yeah.
fire, yeah.
No, that was good. You got
Um,
I
there.
didn't even say my like I.
Well,
mine-
yeah, you didn't even
Mine-
Give you a
mine's
quick
like-
one.
Yeah.
If
I'll
you
keep
say
mine-
say in under a minute.
I'll keep it quick. Mine's like similar to along the lines of Murph. Like I just have aspirations, goals, dreams to do a fuck ton of things, like a ton of different things. And I want to get to a point where I can do all these different things. I want to own a company or something like that where I can train athletes, but also own like a large facility where we can do whatever the hell we want, almost like a fantasy factory type deal. Between, training athletes, like putting on different events, like different fit. Like I want to overcome different physical feats, stuff like that. I have a bunch of different stretch goals, but I'm gonna keep it short, keep it simple. So going back to one of Murph's goals, I love that, like buying a bunch of cabrios, buying a bunch of vag wagons, and the other thing about it was that we would trick them out and we would put roll cages in them so we could just bash into each other. Yeah. So
fun.
yeah, that'd be sick. So I mean, stretch goal is like owning my own company, and just taking over, doing a bunch of different things.
There we go. Own the world, baby.
Okay.
That wraps up our Curious Q's, and our last thing of the day, the most important, what you all stick around for, is our pro tips. It's stuff not to just listen to, but abide by. Yeah, dude, Bailey's calling the trigger, man.
wants
Look at
it.
the biceps. God, I can take a bite out of
Those
this apple.
biceps.
Bailey, give us your pro tip of the day.
Hey, mate, when you play linebacker nowadays, hey,
Yeah,
you gotta try and start eating.
choose it.
I'm joking. But my pro tip. Oh fuck! Now I got distracted. Oh, here we go. Pro tip. Bang. Run it back. Hit me again, Murphy. Hit me again.
All right, dude, the
Go,
fucking
go.
big biceps. Oh, Bailey's calling for it. Bailey, give me your pro tip of the day.
Me. Learn how to drive manual.
Yeah.
Doug,
Sorry.
you're
I
fucking
know
the
I
mic.
I know I can't yell. I get excited, dude.
You've been doing it all episode, honestly.
every
It's all
time.
right.
Literally every.
That one was
We should
bad.
start a
but-
jar. Anytime Tucker fucks up the mic, and we put, dude, this would be genius if we did like a. Sorry to fucking break up your segment again, Murphy.
Oh my god.
No, it's good. It's good.
Go.
So if we did like a jar, anytime Tucker like screamed over the mic, anytime we digress, we've got to put like $1. You know what I'm saying?
You
And
need
the
Yeah.
something
boys,
like that. I like
And-
that.
yeah.
There's another one that I'll say after we cut the thing, but yeah, there's another counter we should have on it. All right, that's Bailey's pro tip of the day. Pro tip.
Murph,
I don't
Murph,
remember-
hit me with your
what
pro
was it?
tip.
Wait, what was Bailey's again before we go?
Let's just run the whole segment back. Sorry, Murph. Let's just.
No, that was good. Bailey,
No, we're making good podcast. I'm with it.
Bailey, what's your
I'm
pro
with
tip?
it.
Bailey, what's your
I
was your
forgot. What
pro
was your pro tip? You had a good one.
My pro tip.
Bicep.
With the learn how to drive a manual car.
Oh,
Whatever you want to call it, manual car,
Yeah.
stick shift. Just
Yeah.
learn how to do it. Don't be a loser. Don't conform to the robots.
Yeah.
Learn how to
When-
drive a stick shift.
when do you learn how to drive stick? My second car was a manual car, so shout out, hey, any ladies out there that want a man that can drive stick shift? I'm sick.
Hey.
What's up?
Yeah.
And anytime, you know what was the best compliment when you're driving stick, Bailey? Is that anytime like people hop in your car and you're just driving, it becomes muscle memory, and then all of a sudden like you're 20-30 minutes into the drive, and people look over and like, oh shit, dude, I didn't even realize you were driving stick this entire time. You're like, yeah, because I'm a smooth operator, baby.
Yeah, I know how to do this shit.
I'm a smooth operator. I'm a smooth criminal. I'm out here. It ain't no thing.
Bro,
It ain't no thing.
I used to love when the boys, when like you needed your car or something, and like,
Yeah.
and Tuck would be like, Bailey, you got to drive my car over here. I'd be like, yeah, all
Yeah.
right. and because none of the other boys could drive it, and I was like, yeah, you boys suck. Can't even get a car driveway.
I like driving that.
There might have been a little bit of booze involved, and it's like, all right, Bailey, you think Jesus
Hey,
takes
Tuck
the wheel,
needs
Bailey.
rescuing from wherever he's at. All right, I'm there.
Yeah, exactly. Facts.
Hell yeah. All right, going into you were tossing the ball over to me. Tossing puck. We're talking puck.
Yeah.
My pro tip of the day is get in the sun. Get your sunny in. Get your sunny vitamin D in. Get out there. Take your shirt off. Absorb it. It's summertime. The grass and the earth and touch grass, dude. Just I don't know how to describe. I feel a different way, bro. And the sun is out, and you just want to get your fingertips in the dirt a little bit. You just want to grab a tree and throw a pine cone or something. There's something about just touching, getting a little rough out in nature.
Right. Remember
get some sun.
What we talked about a while back is if you put your nuts into sweet and sour sauce or honey mustard, things of that nature, you can taste it in your mouth. That's just bio.
Was that on the podcast? Did we talk about that on the podcast?
I'm not sure.
I think that might have just been a drunk.
We were skiing.
The boys were
skiing.
We were skiing.
Yes, in that lodge.
And
we were.
Yeah, right. When you didn't want to get on the lift with me, you bitch.
Mount Snow. I don't remember that. Anyway.
Yeah.
So if you dip,
I'll never forget that.
If you dip the testes into some condiments, you can taste it in your mouth. You should also put your testicles on grass because it fires the endorphins in your brains.
Right. I'm sure that's scientific.
Boy, man.
All right. My pro tip of the day is to get some sun on your skin, man. Take the tarp off. Get some sun. So, cap us off with your pro tip today.
Dude, I've been kind of alluding to this and like a bunch of other pro tips, but it's just try something new. I don't know. I gotta be a little bit more prepared for the pro tip, but try something new. I just dropped off my bike. I'm going 10 toes down to this triathlon train. I'm fully committing to it. 57 days from now, I'm doing my first triathlon in Greenfield, Mass. Yeah, baby, I got a fucking date now. So me and Tommy, God, we gotta get Tommy on here and talk some shit. But me and Tommy met with a trainer from CPC.
Mm-hmm. Shout out CPC.
Shout out.
Continuum Performance Center.
Shout
East Longmeadow, Massachusetts.
They could be one of our sponsors here in the future. I would love that. Shout out CPC. They don't have to pay us money, dude. Fuck them.
Bro. Jeff, just send me a shirt or two. I'll wear it around.
Yeah, absolutely. Continuum Performance.
If you want to pay me money though, that's cool.
That's cool too. No, but so Jeff set us up with one of his trainers. So Jeff was our college football trainer. Shout out all the listeners. I'm breaking the third wall. Continuum Performance Center. Anyway, Jeff was our trainer. He set us up with this triathlon kind of like specialist. And so me and Tommy met with her. We did like a Skype call on Friday or Thursday night. And so I'm fired up about triathlon training. So, try something new. Pro tip.
All right. There you heard it. Try something new. Get some sun. And Bailey was learning how to drive manual.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pro tip of the day. Look at the brain in the guy. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Catch us next week. Like, subscribe, follow, comment, show us love. Eventually we'll have a counter. Share. Soon we'll have cricket talk. Shout out USA. All right, dude.
We're gonna talk cricket.
We will be talking cricket when push comes to shove. We will be talking cricket.
Absolutely. I gotta piss so bad.
Peace.